Suburban Seattle officer gets over 16 years in prison for fatally shooting a homeless man. It's the first conviction under a Washington state law that makes it easier to prosecute officers for on-duty killings. A suburban Seattle police officer was sentenced Thursday to over years in prison for the shooting death of a homeless man he was trying to arrest for disorderly conduct, marking the first conviction under a Washington state law that made it easier to prosecute officers for on-duty killings. A jury found Auburn police officer Jeffrey Nelson guilty June 27 of second-degree murder and first-degree assault in the death of Jesse Sarey. King County Superior Court Judge Nicole Gaines Phelps sentenced Nelson to just over years for the murder conviction and years for assault to be served concurrently. Before sentencing Nelson at the high end of the standard range, Phelps chastised the 46-year-old officer for his violent behavior in uniform.
King County Superior Court Judge Nicole Gaines Phelps sentenced Nelson to just over 16 years for the murder conviction and 6 years for assault to be served concurrently. Before sentencing Nelson at the high end of the standard range, Phelps chastised the 46-year-old officer for his violent behavior in uniform. "My respect for the law here goes more beyond you," Officer Nelson, Phelps said. "This is the first case in which a police officer was charged, and it in some way serves as a telescope for others to view police conduct, and for police to remember to abide by their training when engaging in situations so that they do not become lethal to them or to others they are sworn to protect and up." Nelson, seated in a packed courtroom in a red short-sleeved jail uniform, his arms covered in tattoos and his hair cut short per essier, showed no emotion as the judge spoke. His wife and other Auburn police officers sat behind him in his support. While Sarey's friends and family filled the other side of the courtroom, prosecutors had said at trial in June that Nelson punched Sarey several times before shooting him in the abdomen. Seconds later, Nelson shot Sarey in the forehead. Nelson had claimed Sarey tried to grab his gun and a knife, so he shot him in self-defense, but video showed Sarey was on his back, with his head positioned away from Nelson after the first shot. King County Special Prosecutor Patty Akes Weiss, citing Nelson's long history of violence and disregard for his training, asked the judge to sentence him at the higher end of the standard range, 18 years for murder and 10 for the assault conviction. What was Jesse Sarey doing, sitting outside of a grocery store drinking from discarded cups? Akes said he had other tools other than pulling out his gun and shooting an unarmed person in the stomach. Sarey's family, including 2 brothers and a former foster sister, told the judge that his violent death by a police officer crushed their family, and they were happy to see Nelson held accountable. 6 years in the making to see justice, not only for Jesse but for all impacted families in Washington state. Elaine Simmons, Sarey's foster mother, said after sentencing. King County prosecuting attorney Lisa Manian hailed the sentence. "If you want to test a man's character," she said, "give him power. Holman's situation, I would add. Give him power, a badge, and a gun," she said. "Character is who you are when no one is looking." When Officer Nelson thought that no one was looking, he took the opportunity to harm others. Sarey was the 3rd person Nelson killed while on duty. Nelson killed Isaiah Obet in 2017. Obet was acting erratically and Nelson ordered his police dog to attack. He shot Obet in the torso and then the head after he fell to the ground. The police said Nelson's life was in danger because Obet was high on drugs and had a knife. The city settled with Obet's family for $1.25 million. In 2011, Nelson fatally shot Brian Scaman, a Vietnam War veteran with mental issues and a history of felonies, who pulled out a knife and refused to drop it after Nelson stopped him for a burned-out headlight. Nelson shot him in the head. An inquest jury cleared Nelson of wrongdoing. The city of Auburn settled with Sarey's family for $4 million. And has paid nearly $2 million more to settle other litigation over Nelson's actions. As an officer, Nelson remains on unpaid leave before sentencing. Nelson's lawyer Kristen Murray asked the judge to throw out the assault charges constituting double jeopardy. But the judge let both counts stand, saying jurors recognized the 2 shots fired seconds apart after Nelson's gun jammed, and he cleared it as separate actions.
20, I'll deliver for that. 20, copy. Drum 36 traffic.
I told you to stop kicking stuff, stop throwing stuff, right? Okay, so now you gotta put your hands behind your back, okay? You gotta put your hands behind your back.
I'm not taking anything.
Huh?
I'm not taking anything.
Okay. You're under arrest for disorderly conduct. Okay? Put it down.
You just stop touching me, bro.
Hey, listen to me.
Keep your hands off of me. Hey, what the hell are you doing? I'm telling you. I'm going to arrest you. Fucking stupid ass.
Stop resisting, dude. Just go down.
I'm not even doing anything wrong.
Bullshit, you're not. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy shit, he just shot him!
And after 5 shots fired.
Dude!